Good morning, Brando. Good morning, Faith. Good morning, Diego. Billy. Good morning, Billy. Thank you, Brandon. You're so sweet. Olivia Webster is here. Kaylee B is here. Kaylee B. Ethan, good morning. Annie is here. Courtney is here. Bridget is here. Lily. Isabella. Avery. Good morning. Kyle. Billy. Let's see. Oh, Billy joined. Yay. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Diego, what's going on, buddy? Do you have a question? Or you're just saying hi?
No, I'm just saying hi.
Yay. Good morning, Diego. It's so good to see you in your car. I love your car. Alyssa Button is here. Okay, so let's take a minute. I want you guys to take a minute, and before we get started, system, let's see if I can, no, I want to do settings. I'm just going to try to do one thing, display, because during my last meeting, my internet like completely shut off. So I have to connect my other computer now again. So just give me 1 second while I do that. And we're gonna hit OK. And now we have our two displays. And I'm going to share my screen with you all. Ooh, that was weird. And let's take a look at, I'm gonna get rid of this. And let's take a look at, I want to start today with a weather report. I want every single person to, in the chat, let me know. How are we feeling today? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling happy? Are we feeling hopeful? What are we thinking? How are we feeling for today? I just want to check in because I know that some people might be a little bit, I just want to acknowledge everybody's feelings today. Okay. Just want to make sure everybody is okay. Nobody needs anything from me. Because I know that it's been a little bit hectic in the last 24 hours since I've last seen you. Some people are feeling a little bit stressed and good. A lot of people are feeling good. Some people are a little bit, it looks like Isabella might be a little bit sad. Maybe like she has like the stressed emoji. Okay, so she's stressed. Okay. Some people are a little bit scared. People are doing good. Okay, so I just want to take a minute to acknowledge those people that I want, because the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to be calling on people if they need a little bit of, because listen, I understand that a lot of stuff has gone on and people might be a little bit stressed. So if you need something from me today, now is the time to let me know so that I can sort of tailor today to what you guys need. And I usually try to tailor it to what you need every day, but I want to just make sure because people might be feeling some sort of way, more so than usual. And it's very important for me as a teacher because listen, I'm trying to teach you guys, but my most important job, okay, Diego, my most important job, the job that I take the most seriously is that you guys feel safe, secure, and heard. So if there is anything that you need to talk about, you can let me know in the chat. We can set up a time. No, we don't have a test. And we can talk about it, or if you have questions that we want to talk about now, we can do that. Does anybody have anything that they need from me and or that they want to say or anything? We don't have a test today. It says it like you got an announcement that it was a quizzes, but that's just like the form, like the format that we're doing. I'm not like it's not like an actual quiz. Okay. Nobody needs anything from me today. Okay. So if you need anything, if we're going through class and you're just like, whoa, I need a break, let me know and we can do that and we can make it work. Okay. So let's go to our, since nobody needs anything. Heart hands, Avery, heart hands, and heart fingers, and heart arms, all of it. All the hearts, guys, all the hearts. So let's take a look at our activity for today. I accidentally don't have the right one open, so let me open the right one. And we are looking at our slideshow for today. We left off yesterday. We did some work with the distributive property yesterday. If we remember distributive property, we multiply that number that's outside the parentheses by each of the parts that fall inside of the parentheses. That is the job with doing the distributive property. Okay, so from there, we're going to move on to slide number 8. Slide number 8. And we're going to be looking at solving two-step equations with fractions this time. So I changed the name of the assignment. It's 1/6/1/7. So we're doing the rest of it today, Diego. Does that make sense?
Can you repeat that?
So you're opening, if you're in classroom, you're going to be clicking, the assignment for today is the 1/6/1/7 task at school. I changed the name of it.
Thank you.
Very cool. So we're in the 1/6/1/7 task at school. It looks like this. We are solving two-step equations with fractions. It's magical. So now I have a question for you. If we look at this equation right here, and we think about when we are trying to get our x by ourselves, we need to do the opposite or the inverse operation. I want you to think, in just looking at this guy here, what operation do we think we're going to need to do to get that x by itself? Let me know in the chat. I want you to take 1 minute right now to tell me what operation are we going to have to do to get that x by itself? Okay, Avery. Okay. You're on a very good track there. So you guys are taking another minute to think about what operation. I'm writing down all of the suggestions that I'm getting in the chat. So let me know what you think in the chat. Okay, so some friends are thinking division, some friends are thinking multiplication. Okay, so so Sawyer is saying he thinks multiply because this little dot here means multiplication. So he's thinking that the question that I'm asking is what operation is going on here? And yes, that is correct. That is a correct statement saying that multiplication is going on here. So now let's think about it in the way of what operation we might need to do to isolate the x here. Some friends are saying divide. Oh, nice job. Very good, Avery. So this 1/5 is dividing, right? And so we're taking this fraction here or this division and we're multiplying it by x. So if we follow those rules of reverse PEMDAS, we would have to say to ourselves, if we're using that idea of reverse PEMDAS, we're going to have to divide to get this x by itself. But I have a question. This is a poll. Do you guys like dividing fractions? Yes or no? What do we think? Let me know in the chat. No, I'm getting some no's. I'm getting some more no's. Someone's saying half and half. Ethan says no. I would have to say, if I was like you guys and I was putting it in the chat, I would do like all cap locks, no, 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 5 exclamation points. Dividing by fractions, listen, I'm a math teacher, I know how to do it, but it's really not fun because you need to remember keep, change, flip, all that junk. Let me show you a better way of getting this X by itself. So when we're looking at exactly, Ethan and Jaden really do feel what I'm feeling. They're saying no, 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 no. So let me show you a better strategy for isolating and getting rid of this X here. So if we look at slide number 9, we're going to be using the reciprocal or the flip of the fraction to isolate the X. So because you're looking at this guy, you might say like, oh, hey, I have to divide to get that X by itself. We're not dividing by fractions. You might think you might need to divide here, but no, because dividing by fractions is, don't do it. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to take this fraction and we're going to flip-a-roo it. Okay? We're going to flip it and it's going to flip into 5 over 1. So we're going to multiply by 5 over 1 on the left side here. When we solve an equation, very good, Jaden. When we have an equation here and I do something to the left side, what do I have to do to the right side? When you're solving something to maintain equity, you have to do something. What is it? Very good, Jaden. So if you were to look, for example, at this guy here, and I have this plus 2, and I want to cancel it out by adding 2 to each side, or adding 2, right, or subtracting 2. I have to do the same thing to the other side as well. So when you multiply by that reciprocal here, you need to multiply the other side by the reciprocal as well. So you multiply by 5 over 1 on the left, you multiply by 5 over 1 on the right. Okay? Good. Nice job, Jaden. You're really on the ball today. I love it. When we multiply by our reciprocal, this whole number on the right side is going to turn into, it can be written as a fraction of 10 over 1, just so that when you go to multiply, it's a little bit easier. When you turn this constant, the number by itself on the right, into a fraction over 1, it makes the multiplication a little bit easier. I'll write that down now, Olivia. Okay, thank you. We are going to get, it's going to look like this. We multiply numerator times numerator to get 50. Denominator times denominator to get 1. 50 over 1 is going to be equal to, and on the left side, when you multiply by the reciprocal, they cancel out the fraction, and you're left with just that letter X. We would be left with X is equal to what number? Avery already got that one. Nice, Avery. Nice job, Bridget. It's going to be, X is equal to that 50. Very good. So when we have a fraction here, we multiply by our reciprocal on both sides. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 50 is equal to our X. Okay? So I know that was a little bit quick, but we're going to look at some more examples now, and you're going to have an opportunity to do some on your own. But before you do that, we're going to do one more together. So actually, I'm not going to do it. You guys are going to do it and tell me. So if we look at the examples on slide number 12, and we're looking at just this first one here, what do we notice about this first equation here? What might we have to do first here? Okay, so Jaden said, because there's no symbol in between here, we're going to be able to say that it's multiplication. Good. Jaden said, because there's no symbol here, we know that it's multiplication. Jaden Ramos, high five. Whoop. High five. Nice one. Avery also said that 1/3 times x, so multiply each side. Good. Okay. So she's saying that we're multiplying, so we're gonna have to multiply each side by something. Okay, good. Nice job. Inverse operation. Very good. He said that the inverse operation is division, but when we have a fraction like this that's attached to our x, we're not going to want to do division. What did we say that we were going to want to have to do instead of doing division? Because dividing by fractions is not fun. Don't do it. It's not fun. Very good, Olivia. Yes, we're going to have to do some multiplication by the what? Multiply by the reciprocal. Yes, the reciprocal or the flip of that fraction. Very good. Nice job, Bridget and Avery on that one. So each side we're going to have to multiply. What's the reciprocal of 1/3? Oh gosh, what's it going to be? Nice job, Jaden Ramos. Nice job, Olivia. Nice job, Avery. Nice job, Bridget. Courtney hair is on fire today. Nice job. The reciprocal or the flip of 1/3 is 3/1. So we're going to have to multiply each side of this fraction by 3 over, let me just make this look a little bit nicer, 3/1. And what I'm going to do as just a person that has a brain that is very slow is I'm going to make this multiply by the reciprocal a different color. Okay, just so that I know that it's two separate things here. So if I multiply on my left side by 3/1, what am I going to have to do on my right side now? What do we think? Nice job, Britta. Thank you for that answer. Go ahead, Diego.
Isn't it the cross multiplication?
Yeah, so this is going to be cross multiplication here, and that would cross out. Good. But what are we going to do on the right side of our equation? If we multiply by 3/1 on the left side, what do we have to do on the right side? Nice job, Courtney. Nice job, Jaden. Nice job, Avery. We're going to turn it into, very good, we're going to multiply by 3/1 on that side as well. So I'm going to sort of make this fraction look good here. I'm going to go, I wouldn't want too many. And I'm going to turn these both into fractions. Give me 1 second. I want to just make it look good. And underline, and then blue and blue. What are we going to get when we multiply 3 times 6 and 1 times 1? Nice job, Bridget. Ooh, nice job, Avery. It's going to be 3 times 6 is 18. And 1 times 1 is 1. So x is going to be equal to, because these cancel out, x is equal to, like Avery said, and Jaden said, and Bridget said, it's going to be equal to, x is equal to 18. Okay, now in the chat, I want every single person to tell me 1 to 5. 1, I literally have no idea what's going on. 5, I could teach this. Just about the fraction piece. 1, you have no idea what's going on. 5, you could teach this. How do you feel? It was funny, Jaden, up there at the top, you had sent me a 1, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone's a 1, and good to know. Okay, so I have a lot of, okay, so I have a couple 4s, I have a couple 4.5s, I have a couple 3s, I have a 5, nice, I like it, confidence is key. I have a couple low ones though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a choose your own path type deal. You can either do one of two things. If you feel like you understand what is going on, you can take 5 working minutes right now to mute or turn me down a little bit, and you can work on the second and third one here. If you feel like you don't understand, you keep me on volume, and we're going to go through this example, the second example now. Okay? Does that sound fair? So if you feel like you got it, you can turn me down. If you feel like you don't got me, you can stick with me. Okay? So my friends that are with me, I'm going to talk a little bit quieter because I tend to talk loud. I don't know if you know that about me. It's a thing. So when we're looking at this example right here, we have another fraction. And this fraction, we're going to have to undo by multiplying by the reciprocal. But there's a piece here that we need to undo first, because when we're dealing with practicing these types of problems here, we need to use the reverse PEMDAS, and we always need to get rid of addition and subtraction first. So if you look at this guy right here, we do have some addition here. So the first thing that I'm going to do to each side is going to be what? What's the first thing that I'm going to have to do to each side first? Let me know in the chat. What do we think? Good. We're going to have to do something with that +1. Good. So in order to undo +1, like Olivia said, we need to subtract 1. So from each side, I first have to subtract 1. And I'm going to hit my spaces, and I'm going to subtract 1 from the right side as well. Okay. So I have this subtract 1 here. When I do that, I'm left, this cancels out here, and I'm left with 1/2 x is equal to, when I subtract, wait, let me put some spaces here because I'm going to turn this into oh, go ahead, Diego.
Is it 1/2? So you don't have to type in the half, or is it just 1?
Well, you can type it in as 1/2 like this, but I like to make it as 2 lines. So I'm gonna go like this. I do it like this. I do like 1 line, and then I enter it down, and I do a second line like that, Diego. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 1/2 x. We're left with that 1/2 x, and then it's equal to how much is left on the right side here? Gabby Campany, how much am I going to be left with on my right side here? Nice job, Olivia. What do you think, Gabby Campany? Gabby Campany, are you there? No? Okay. So if you subtract, you go 5 minus 1 and you get 4. You can do slide 12 if you'd like, or if you'd like to move forward, you can. Oh, that's no problem. So Gabby Campany, what we did, let me tell you. So what we did was we had to, on the right side, we had to actually do 5 minus 1 to get 4. Okay, so then now we're left with this 1/2 x, right? And what do we know that we have to do when we have like a 1/2 x? This 1/2 that's attached to that x. How do I undo that? What do we think? So we might think we have to divide, but we learned a new strategy so that we don't have to divide by a fraction. We learned this new strategy of multiplying by the reciprocal. That means the flip of that fraction. So if we're looking at this example right here, what is the flip of this 1/2 here? Nice. Gabby Campany and Alyssa Button, yes. So to cancel out this 1/2 like this, we need to multiply by 2 over 1. right? And let me make this look pretty so that we can understand. We're going to multiply by 2 over 1. And if I multiply by 2 over 1 on the left side like this, what do I have to do to the right side?
One over two.
We multiply by 2 over 1 on the right, on the left side. So we need to do the same exact thing we do to the right side as we do to the left side. So if we multiply by 2 over 1 here, we have to do the same thing over here, multiply by 2 over 1. Do you see that, Diego? Because when we're solving equations, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said yeah.
Okay, perfect. So when we're multiplying by, when we're solving equations, we want to do the same thing on each side every time. So if I multiply by 2 over 1 on the left, I have to multiply by 2 over 1 on the right as well, because it maintains equity. Okay, so if I multiply by 2 over 1 here, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. If I multiply by 2 over 1 here, I'm going to get x is, so these cancel out on the right, and I'm left with x is equal to how much? X is equal to, very good, Olivia. 4 times 2 is?
8.
Very good, Diego. So we multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. I get 8 over 1, or you can write that again as just the number 8.
But there's a 2 on the bottom, so that like on the left side, that doesn't count.
Well, no, because when you multiply by the 2 over 1 here, Diego, it cancels this fraction out, like it gets rid of this fraction. So multiplying by the reciprocal makes this fraction disappear, and so that we're just left with this x.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So the reason that we multiply by that reciprocal is to get rid of that fraction. So if you were to, for example, sort of draw lines, so this 2, because of cross canceling here, the 2 cancels out this 2 in the numerator here, and this 1 here cancels out the 1 in the denominator in the reciprocal. So it cancels each other out here.
So once you figure that out, basically all you're paying attention to is the 4 times 2 and the 1 times 1.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly right, Alyssa Button. So tomorrow, listen. Okay. So we have about 1 more working minute. And what I want to do with that 1 more working minute is we're not going to do anything else on this slideshow for today. Tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to introduce any new topics. I think we're really just going to focus some more on solving 2-step equations with these fractions and with the distributive property. So tomorrow we're not going to learn anything new. We're going to review everything that we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. Okay? So what I'm going to do is
I got a question.
Go ahead, Diego.
No, but it's like after, because it's what we just did.
Okay, perfect. So give me 30 seconds to, oh, nice job. Ooh, Avery, I'm excited. I'll check your slides later and I'll give you some feedback on it, okay? Awesome. So now what I need everybody to come back together, and I'm gonna show you what you're doing for your afternoon work for today. So your afternoon work for today is a 1/7 afternoon work in classroom. And here's the dealio. There is 2 links here. You use the mobile link if you're going to do it on your phone. You use the web link if you're going to do it on your computer or your Chromebook. It says quizzes. The quizzes is just the platform. It is not going in as a quiz grade. It is going in as actually, I might put it in as an assessment grade, but the only piece that's getting graded is whether or not you complete it. That is all that I'm looking for with this quizzes today. I'm looking at that you take time on it. You don't rush through and give me, it's like 30 seconds. That's a no-go. You're not going to get credit. You need to try your best and get all of it done. That is all that I'm looking for. And I don't want people to stress thinking it's an actual quiz because it's not. Does anybody have any questions for me before we go? You can turn in the slideshow from class today. Make sure that you complete the quizzes and reach out if you have any questions or need anything from me at all.
So
No,
we're
you
doing the slideshow even though like we didn't finish the other ones?
Yes, even though we didn't finish everything, you're still going to turn it in. Where is what, Olivia? The quiz? So it's in the classwork section under 1-7 afternoon work. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. So good.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Moon.
Bye, Avery.